Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Record-breaking turnout at the polls today. We take you there and hear the pulse of the people. And he voted for DeYoung, she voted for MAP. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8. Our top story tonight, with all indications, 2010's election is one of the biggest turnouts ever. We start our coverage tonight for the election of 2010 on St. Thomas. Lee Carl reports.
The poor people come right now.
We call number 23.
How you doing? Well, the governor's here. I mean, that's unprecedented. I don't remember governors joining in the groups on either side. One side is saying 4 more years, and the other side, for Matt Sekou, is saying no more years. And I never saw such excitement for an election in 2010. It is incredible. And as I'm speaking to you now, it's early in the day. You're watching this in the evening, but I wanted you to hear and feel the energy of what's going on in this election 2010. There is no doubt about it. The governor, I spoke to the governor, I spoke to Cecile, Mrs. Young, and just everybody and people here.
It's roughly 8:19, and in our books we have from the letters A to O, we have 90 so far.
90 so far, 90. Very early and very good, right?
90.
Thank you. And who is this again? This is Miss...
My name is Jacqueline Coward, and I'm the judge at CHS Annex.
Thanks, Miss Coward.
Thank you.
Right. Have a good day.
Okay, we have a next section over here too.
This is the feeling on this app in the early morning hours of what's going on here at election 2010 near the Charlotte Amalia High School. Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Lee. And that's the story on Rock City. We now turn here to St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small found out that Crucians came out in droves.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. The day is finally here, November 2nd. And we are here at by Alexander Henderson School out in Frederickstead, and it's a good crowd. You see Matt Sekou here. We're going to be going from west to east and checking out all the campaign sites, and we're just going to get started. So let's check out the crowd. And also I want to say happy birthday to Kenneth Mapp. Today is his birthday, and he was born on November 2nd, so happy birthday for him. He also shares the birthday with our beloved office manager. So happy birthday to you folks. Let's find out exactly what doesn't the governor get. What? He just doesn't get it? What? What's so good about Mapp Sekou? What is so good about Mapp Sekou team? Why are y'all supporting Mapp Sekou?
We need a chance to have a platform for the crime, for education, and for the senior citizen. That's what's good. Up to now, the governor haven't get nothing with a new platform for this year. He only depending on Dario, the Diablo, and Home Depot.
You just heard, Vera, they dogging the governor here, Mapp Sekou. Why should we support DeYoung administration for 4 more years?
Governor DeYoung and Lieutenant Governor Francis have been decent, honest, outstanding civil servants. They have served the people of the Virgin Islands well, in particularly the people of St. Croix. I have been in St. Croix for 37 years. I have served from Governor Evans to Governor DeYoung. And I can tell you today, on behalf of my family, the people of St. Croix, the Hispanics, the people from the English Caribbean, the continental United States people, the business people, that we wholeheartedly support the #1 team, DeYoung and Francis. They are Christian people, they are family men, they are respectable gentlemen. They have not disrespected the people of these Virgin Islands. Okay. They have worked very, very hard. They have God in their heart, and we are God-fearing people. We Caribbean people are God-fearing people, and we love our family. Therefore, we must love DeYoung and Francis.
Well, now we're at Juanita Gardine, and this is my polling place. And as you could see, they're outside of the door. If this is any indication on voter turnout, it's a good thing. I was just inside talking to 2 managers, one Miss John and another lady there, and they told me of all their years of being monitors here, this is the most busiest. As you could see, they are waiting outside to get in and vote. And either if you're for Mapp or Sekou or Governor DeYoung and Francis, this has got to be a good thing for all the senators as well. The voter turnout here is very strong at Juanita Gardine. We're going to wrap it all up and prepare for you tonight and go to Pearl B. Larson. I want to remind you, News Channel 8 will be breaking in live coverage tonight with election 2010. Jerome Aegean and I, we're going to bring you live election coverage. We'll be cutting into Sunny Isle, bringing you the results as we see them tonight. A big gubernatorial election tonight and senators, and as you could see, the voter turnout is a record number here on St. Croix.
Thanks, Wes, and it's good to hear that there's a great turnout on both islands and across the territory. And recently, a St. Croix boater had to be rescued off the shore of Puerto Rico. News Channel 8's Wes Small has that story and more crime stories as well.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Let's just take a rest from all the politicking and check out the crime blotter and a rescue operation that happened yesterday. We had a St. Croix middle-aged man, and he went adrift on a 20-foot powerboat yesterday afternoon. Thankfully, a Dolphin helicopter spotted him in Fajardo, Puerto Rico, off of Fajardo, Puerto Rico, at 11:45 finally last night. Here's what happened. A St. Croix 911 operator called the Coast Guard sector San Juan Watstanders crew to report that man missing. Apparently the man went to Puerto Rico to sail his new 20-footer powerboat back here to St. Croix. Well, you know, we still have the remnants of Tropical Storm Tomas, or Hurricane Tomas, if he makes up his mind. And I have to tell you, just like Jerome said, the seas and the shores were very rough. You really need to be careful. Small craft exercise, caution. High surf advisory out there. This man was very lucky. Rescuers found the man yesterday afternoon around 5:30. He was transported to Manabo, Puerto Rico. He was released to family members. Again, rough seas south of Puerto Rico, and that's because of Tomas. As far as your crime blotter is concerned, I was been on the phone with Deputy Chief Howell like every day, and we've been very good when it comes to violence and crime. Still a lot more domestic violence than we would have liked, but we do have 3 individuals that were arrested over the weekend. And here's Melody Rames with more on the saturated patrol, also incidents involving deadly weapons and also domestic violence.
Saturated patrols conducted vehicle and foot patrols in various areas on St. Croix, making at least 3 arrests, confiscating 1 deadly firearm, and seizing drugs during the holiday weekend. On Friday, October 31st at about 9 p.m., officers on foot patrol on the Christiansted Boardwalk observed a male selling what appeared to be a white powder substance to a female. The substance was later tested to be cocaine. Police arrested 46-year-old Gregory Galloway of Estate Clifton Hill and charged him with possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. During the booking process, NCIS alerted police of a current arrest warrant for Galloway in New York, where he is wanted on first-degree robbery charges. Galloway was arrested, held on a $10,000 bail, and remanded to custody. He is awaiting extradition to New York to face those charges. On Saturday at about 11 p.m., Saturated Patrol officers arrested Myron Fox, age 29, and charged him with possession of an unlicensed firearm. Deputy Police Chief Christopher Howell and another officer were on foot patrol in Christiansted Town when they observed Fox move quickly into a dark area on Company Street. The officers shined a flashlight on Fox and observed that he had a firearm in his hand and his finger was on the trigger. Officers grabbed Fox and confiscated the weapon. He was held on a $25,000 bail and taken into custody. Deputy Chief Howell said Fox was released recently from the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility, where he was serving time on a shooting charge. Fox is currently on probation. And on Saturday at about 4:25 a.m., Lideni Florentino was arrested and charged with assault, 3rd domestic violence. Concerned citizens called police and reported a disturbance in the area of Estate Richmond by the beach. When police arrived, they saw an injured male victim in his mid-20s walking in the area. Investigation revealed that the victim was assaulted by Florentino, who left the area in the victim's vehicle. Police located the vehicle in the Harborview Apartments, and the suspect attempted to flee from police in the vehicle. She was apprehended and held without bail.
Well, there you have that. That's a look at your crime blotter. Also, the rescue operation from yesterday as we go back on the campaign trail. May the best man or woman win, whoever that person is for your choice. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And of course, that's a great reminder to everyone. There is a small craft advisory in effect with those serious surfs that were brought on by Tropical Storm Tomas. And yesterday on our program, we heard from Les James, the former lieutenant governor, and his pick for the gubernatorial election. But how does he feel about the Democratic election turnouts nationally? Let's check in.
Luz, we've all heard locally your support for Governor John DeYoung, and that has something to say nationally. There's a lot of talk all over C-SPAN and CNN and national and local TV stations that it's going to be a house full of Republicans. Is that the way you see it, or do you think that the Democrats, like you did, at the last minute can pull together, even nationally?
I think the Democrats had lost some ground nationally, and I think they're pulling together now and they're getting their forces back. And I think we'll do just as well in the national level. I think we would lose some seats, but nothing that great. So I'm hoping that after tomorrow we'll be able to have a better working relationship nationally, bipartisan, because you have to work with the Republicans just as well as the independents, and hopefully we'll do the same up there as we'll do here with the Democratic ticket on top.
Thank you very much.
And it's good to hear from former Lieutenant Governor Les James on that. And when we come back from this break, we'll take a look at your Caribbean Report, and Wes Small will be checking in at the polls.